Please like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and please press the bell icon so that you get to know when my latest video has come. And to learn more and to find a video relevant to you, please do check out my videos list.
In one of my earlier videos, I had proposed or suggested or put forth the 4 very important karmic signs in the zodiac and in the horoscope, and had mentioned why the signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius are the most karmic signs, and the reason I also given you for each of these is because the Taurus sign represents the true representation of the earth signs, the Leo sign represents the true representation or the karmic representation of the fire signs, Scorpio represents the most karmic representation of the water signs, and the Aquarius sign represents the most auspicious, most karmic representation of the air signs. And the reason I also had given was because the center point of each one of these is represented by each of their own respective energies, which means that out of all the earth signs, each of the earth signs middle point or the center point is a earth sign, which is Taurus. For each of the air signs, the middle point of each of the air signs is Aquarius. For each of the fire signs, the middle point or the center point is Leo, and for each of the water signs, the center point or the main or the centermost point or the most concentration of energies is in the Scorpio sign, which is the Scorpio Navamsa. So each of the Navamsas, the center Navamsas of all the earth signs is the earth Navamsa represented by Taurus. The center point or the most concentration of energies in the air Navamsas is Aquarius. For fire Navamsas it is Leo, and for the water Navamsas it is Scorpio. And so Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius are the most karmic representation or the karmic signs which represents each of the respective signs, which is earth, fire, air and water signs. So if these are the 4 most karmic signs, what are the most karmic nakshatras? The 4 most karmic nakshatras are the nakshatras which are embedded in those specific Navamsas or carry those Navamsas. So Rohini carries the Navamsa of Taurus, being situated in the Taurus sign. Then Purva Phalguni is representing or represents the fire energies, being a part of Leo. Anuradha Nakshatra represents the energies or represents the water signs energies, being the center point or carrying the Navamsa of Scorpio in the Scorpio sign. And in the Aquarius sign, the nakshatra which carries the energies or the center point energies of the Aquarius Navamsa is the Shatabishak Nakshatra, and hence these 4 nakshatras, Rohini, Purva Phalguni, Anuradha and Shatabishak are the true representation or the most karmic nakshatras as part of the zodiac. And why is it so? Let us start with the first one, which is Rohini. Firstly, Rohini is the 4th nakshatra of the zodiac. Now the 4 also represents completion, because 4 is one of the most perfect designs, and it is the 4th nakshatra, but it is also ruled by moon, the mother, and from mother comes creation, but it is also ruled by Brahma. And so this is the most creative and a nakshatra of the most artistic expression as well. And so because creativity starts with Brahma, moon nurtures one, and Rohini is also about gentleness, simplicity and the artistic expression. So you find your most artistic, most creative expression in the nakshatra of Rohini, and so it embodies the karmic representation, all that is creative, all that is artistic, all that is gentle, all that is sweet, all that is nice. Now the Purva Phalguni is a special nakshatra ruled by Venus. One of the important things of the nakshatra energy, specifically the ones represented by Venus, is also about creativity through the intimacy. So Purva Falguni is not an exception. In fact, it is a special nakshatra ruled by Venus, because this is not only talking about the intimate nature of man, or the kama nature of man, and the sensual pleasures that one indulges in, and through that procreation happens, through that the generations after generation comes. So in that form, it is the more worldly representation of the nakshatra energies. And since the grihastha ashrama is very, very important, and one of the most important ashramas before you move on to moksha, or if you have not indulged in the grihastha ashrama about domestic life, the domestic pleasures, the intimate pleasures, and then through that procreation you have continued your life, you will not be one who has fulfilled one of the most important karmas. And the sexuality, the intimacy is not seen something as taboo, which later on society has attached taboo to the sensual pleasures and to intimacy. And a lot of temples in India in fact celebrate sexuality or intimacy. Apart from the worldly pleasures, the sensual pleasures, the intimate pleasures, the pleasures of procreation, Venus also represents the material side of life, but at the same time it is also about administration and governance. And Purva Falguni is associated with governance and administration, also being as a nakshatra as being part of the Leo sign. And because Leo represents leadership, so Purva Falguni is also about administration, which means that while you indulging in your sexual pleasures, the kama pleasures and the intimacy, and also in relaxation and enjoying the worldly pleasures, it's important also to lead your life through more order, and through that order sustaining yourself. Now the Anuradha Nakshatra is also special nakshatra and having special karmic energies, not only because it is one of the important and primary nakshatras and involved in the Scorpio sign, which is the true karmic representation of the water signs, but also because it is ruled by Saturn. And it is about relationships, it is about forming companionship, it is about forming associations, and through that being able to overcome upheavals and challenges in life, and being positive and being able to face even the most challenges, biggest obstacles in life, and yet being able to sustain through the troubles. It is about achieving success through after long hardships and with pure determination and willpower. And hence Anuradha Nakshatra represents that energy, that sustenance and the perseverance of Saturn energies. And so it is one of the main pillars and one of the most karmic nakshatras, specifically being part of the Scorpio sign as well. Now the Shatabhisha Nakshatra is also one of the most karmic nakshatras, and this is one of the important nakshatras being part of the most karmic sign of Aquarius. And we know that Aquarius is also the sign of supporting others and taking care of societal concerns, and at a societal level being able to solve challenges, solve problems. And that's where Shatabhisha comes into the picture, because Shatabhisha represents the true nature of helping society by being represented as 100 healers, which means that a healing tendency, a tendency to help others, nurture others, and to be able to not only pull yourself but pull others also from challenges and issues is what Shatabhisha represents. And that's what we are for. Eventually we are here in this world to be able to serve others and to help others out of their obstacles and challenges. And hence a mix of the creativity of Brahma, where things start off from, and being the motherly nakshatra, and then Purva Falguni, which talks about administration, also the nakshatra of administration and leadership and order, and Anuradha Nakshatra, which represents the nakshatra of forming associations, forming long-term relationships, companionship, and through those partnerships being able to help others. And Shatabhisha, where you heal others at a large level, at a societal level, and so as the mix of energies of all of this, through creativity, through administration, to helping ourselves to come out of the challenges, and lastly to be of service to others. And that's why the 4 nakshatras of Rohini, Purva Falguni, Anuradha and Shatabisha are the true karmic and the most karmic representatives of the signs of the fixed signs and the representation of the fire, earth, air and water signs. And hence look into your own horoscopes which specific houses these nakshatras lie in, at what degrees they lie in, what planets are associated or placed with them, and based on that use the true manifestation of these nakshatras for a few purely spiritual and karmic presence and living and life. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the links given below. Until some other time with some other video, this is your friend Astrology and Guided Fan signing off. Ciao.